Hello, Fur Affinity, and all my fellow fursuiters, furries, and anyone and everyone else out there that has ever so kindly dropped by this video wondering what on earth this could possibly be all about. This is, as many of you may recall, your friendly cherry soda fox here, and, well, today's little video is going to be kind of short, but it is actually pretty cool, because I just received something in the mail that I commissioned not too long ago, if you could call it a commission. I actually bought something from a friend of mine that I actually feel is going to help not only me, but my fursuiting buddies as well in the long run. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, let me just show you. Now, for starters, you'll have to pardon my sniffling and my sneezing if there is any, because even as I sit here and talk to my friends James Snow and Rain the Hybrid, Rain is one of my very good friends as well. As you can see, I've got my fursuit head here. This is Cherry, as many of you may have seen. Now, Cherry here is just a mask. You can see he has nothing on the back of his head whatsoever. So whatever is back here is just whatever my head fits into. Now, I know he looks a right mess, and there's a reason for that, because he just got back from a fur meet yesterday, and he does need to be clean. But I wanted to show you a little something fun that like I said, will actually help me in my fursuiting endeavors in the long run. Now, at conventions, I will wear my Eagle Scout scarf and slide. And the only reason that is because it's in honor of that person right there. Many of you may know him. Give you a second to look. But anyways, I normally wear that scarf and slide. The problem is, that scarf and slide is very precious to me, and I don't want it to get very dirty. So, what do you do then? Well, you're left with a choice. You can buy a piece of cloth like this. This was, I think, a couple of dollars, maybe less than that, at Hobby Lobby, and just fold it over and create yourself a nice little fursuit bandana. The problem with this, especially having as much chest fluff and things that I have here, keep in mind this is only a partial, this doesn't necessarily cover up all of my fluff. And the problem is, when you have to tie it in the back, it pulls it very tightly around your suit itself, so you end up with something that looks like this. And that looks a right mess, doesn't it? Well, now I seem to have a solution. Remember, I was talking to my friend James Snow. You may see him here. His suit made by Don't Hug Cacti. But he has come up with this ingenious little idea of how to have a bandana on your fursuit without ruining your look. You know, if you have chest fluff and you don't want it to be seen, but you don't want it bunched up and curled up into a little roll. Again, sorry for my sniffling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the head, and I'm going to show you the difference between the two, so you can get an idea of how much an advantage this is. And before I do, I'll actually show you. Get an idea of how much of an advantage James's version is, or Snowy's version is, over just this. The ingenious part of this is that you don't have to tie it in the back. He just put these little snap joints together right here. As you can see, they just snap together, just like this. Hold on. And as you can see, it hangs nice and easy and covers up just about any unnecessary chest fluff that you don't want to have to tuck into your shirt or what have you, or even worse, have to trim it off in some form or fashion. God forbid you have to do that. So like I said, I'm going to turn the camera around, I'm going to put the head on, even though the inside is sweaty and disgusting, even from yesterday. I'm going to put the head on, and I'm going to show you the actual difference. Alright, so hopefully you can see me good enough, and I'm sorry for the clothing and stuff in here. My room is literally a closet, so it's going to be kind of difficult for me to do. Ugh. Stupid allergies too. But anyways, let's go ahead and show you what happens when you put a normal piece of cloth like this around your fursuit versus Snowy Fox's little idea. Now, you may be thinking, why are you doing this video? Actually, Snowy happens to be one of my very dear personal friends. I met him at Anthrocon 2013, and I saw this ingenious idea, and when I found out he was taking commissions on these, I think they're $10 a piece, you know, for labor and shipping and whatnot, which is not really that much. They're $10 a piece, and I just thought they were ingenious. And of course, as you can see, mine is white, black, and red, as you can see. I also like the design of this. It's kind of, I don't know, almost looks a little cultural, a little international, if you will. So, anyways, also, he's from Puerto Rico, so this kind of has a little bit of a Spanish flavor to it, I would say. I don't know. You tell me. Anyways, so I'm going to put it on the head, and I'm going to show you the difference, okay? Of course, I'm doing this without a balaclava. If you have a balaclava and your suit is really valuable, even though mine has less than $250 invested in it, you know, put it on, because trust me, if you're going to sweat, the last thing you want to do is ruin your suit, especially just doing a small video like this. Okay. Alright, so, as you can see, being a mask, this head slides on pretty darn easily. Okay? Now, as you can see, I have a lot of chest fluff here. So let's see what happens when we use this. Now, this is the problem. You have to tie it behind you, and this can ultimately result in fur being caught behind your head. So let's try this out. Just slip it on. And already you can see there's a bit of a problem because my neck is very constricted right here, and it's not going to choke you, but ugh, God, allergies are even worse putting this on. But this is for you guys, especially for you, Snowy. This is for you, but this is for you, hon. Anyways, so as you can see, yeah, it covers up a good bit, but I've still got chest fluff and stuff hanging out here. You can still see it, and it, to be honest with me, that just looks untidy, and it looks embarrassing. Now watch what happens if I lean down. What happens? You see? It gets all bunched up, and it looks horrible. It looks like a gag necklace more than a bandana. Now my Eagle Scout scarf and slide's pretty easy because it slides around the front, the bandana's in the back, and it just slides up like that. So, now let's make things a little more simplistic and show you Snowy's bandana, which I cannot tell you how grateful to him I am. This is just amazing. This is just incredible. Now watch how easy this is. You just put it on, just like this. Snaps in the back. Pull it down. Now look. How clean does that look? See? You can't see any of my chest fluff, none of my fur like this, none of that. This is probably one of the most ingenious ideas I've seen when it comes to a fursuit bandana. Now granted, I probably have this one on backwards, but it's still the same thing if you put it on forwards. Now, if you're a fursuit maker and you give out fursuit bandanas, don't think that I'm bashing you here or anything for using bandanas like this. This is for people who are looking for a nice, rather cheap alternative to having a fursuit bandana like that, and versus, maybe ordering one from a full-blown fursuit company. If you have a fursuit made by that fursuit maker, by all means, more power to you. But if you don't, and you still want a nice big bandana, contact my friend Snowy Fox. Now, if he's not doing the commissions at this point in time, because I know he does have his studies in school to do, do feel free to note him. I've put his FA in the link down here. But I just thought I would show you this really ingenious little idea that one of my friends came up with as far as fursuit bandana technology goes. Just another little helpful hint and another helpful little plug from your friendly Cherry Soda Pops. Take care, everybody. I'll see you at the next con. Drop it.